Nvidia, as you mentioned, its market cap surpassing not only Apple, but also Microsoft. The move bringing Nvidia to the top spot as the most valuable public company. Here with more on the fight for the market cap crown, let's get to Corey Johnson, the Futurum Group Chief Market Strategist. Corey, always good to have you on the show, my friend. Let's just go right there, Corey. I'm interested. You've been covering the markets for a long time. You've been covering tech for a long time. Over the course of your career, Corey, do you say, I would compare Nvidia, or Nvidia reminds me of, example A, B, or C, or no, we're in truly uncharted territory?
It's different this time. You want me to say it's different this time? You're begging me to say it's different this time?
It's good
It's
TV,
always
Corey.
different
that.
this time.
Yeah.
But there are always hints of the past. Look, the memories of the dot-com bubble, if you will, but companies like Dell, companies like Cisco, that had absolutely fantastic runs and relatively a lot better financials than some of the companies they were being compared to, had runs like this, and they went on for years and years and years. And they had times when the valuation was stretched, and they had times when the price was high, but the historic valuation was actually better than it had been. And thus is the way that industry leaders in new industries go.
Hey, Corey, it's Julie here. There's also sort of the speed, though, that we have seen Nvidia move this time around, right? So we were looking at the number of days it took these various companies to get from $1 trillion to $2 trillion in market cap, and then from 2 to 3. And in Nvidia's case, it only took 262 days from 1 to 2 and 96 days from 2 to 3, which is much, much shorter than the others. So what does that tell us about the sustainability, perhaps, of Nvidia's growth here?
I think it tells us a lot about a lot, but I don't think it tells us anything about the sustainability of the growth. I think what it tells us about is the moment that we are in and the reaction to that moment. And both of these things are happening at paces that we haven't really seen at this scale in the past. We've never seen a company as big as Nvidia was a year ago, which was very big, grow at the pace it has been growing and get to the size of revenues that it has achieved. We've never seen anything like this. And certainly to do so with fantastic profitability, expanding gross margins, ridiculous operating margins, and tons of free cash flow, and yet their customers don't seem to balk at this whatsoever. We also haven't seen the markets recognize such an amazing thing, but maybe it's understandable that the market is reacting to this quickly, noticing what's going on in this company because it is so big.
Corey, do you think it's a cause for worry for investors when everybody seems to be on the same side of the boat? Meaning, you look at Nvidia, stock is a monster. Nearly 90% of analysts who cover it say, even here, buy it at these levels. Is that a reason to worry? Or, sometimes the herd is right.
Analysts always say buy it. That's what they say about everything. Buy it, buy it, buy it. They are always raising their price targets for the entire market.
Sometimes they say hold. They do say hold. You get that.
Yeah, not much. How much do they say hold?
More than they say
of the
sell.
time?
I know that, yeah.
How much should they have said it in retrospect, right? So I think that that's not a reason to believe that this company is good. A reason to look at this company and understand what's going on so great is to look at the numbers and look at the growth rate and look at the free cash flow generation, which is the ultimate value or the ultimate success of a business. It's free cash flow creation. And NVIDIA is doing all of these things right now. But again, the pace of the growth of this size and what we hear from all of their customers, at Futurum Group, we talk to all of NVIDIA's competitors and all of their customers, and they're all trying to get more and more from NVIDIA, and they all want to buy that product first and everything else second. And none of them seem to be concerned about the price of what NVIDIA is charging, and recognizing that NVIDIA is raising prices. NVIDIA is taking gross margin in ways you rarely see any business do it, let alone gross margin, operating margin as well. It's just fantastic.